Hi, my name is Mike Campus, and I'd like to show you an interactive project we did for ABB, a Swiss manufacturer of gas turbine generators. They wanted to be able to deliver their operations manuals, service documents, and parts catalogs to their power plant customers on CD-ROM instead of on paper. With each turbine, they had to ship a dozen 3-ring binders like these, containing 1,500 pages of text, 400 drawings and schematics, and listings of thousands of parts. Now all these manuals can be stored on 1/4 of a CD-ROM like this. Let's take a look at how much faster the technician can get to the information he needs. The technician can get to the material a lot faster, and the graphic helps him get to the section he wants, with less chance for a mistake. He quickly sees the topics in the table of contents as he clicks on them, drilling down to the section he needs. Technicians may not be used to computers, so we designed it to look familiar. He sees the same material, except now he can get so much more. For example, he can get a better look at the drawings. He might want to see exactly where this bolt is seated, so he double-clicks and gets a close-up view. Now he can see the location of the holes where the bolts line up. He can zoom in closer on these drawings and see fine details like these. He has a lot of control over these drawings. And he can print out sections of the text and the drawing if he needs to work away from the computer. If he needs to see how to perform a procedure, maybe one he hasn't done before, or it's been a long time since he's had training, he can click on the little camera shown here.
Now that the upper half is off, remove the remaining thrust shoes by sliding the lower base ring around the shaft until the shoes can be lifted out.
Video adds a powerful capability to the electronic manual that the paper manuals could never begin to provide. It is a great source of refresher training for jobs that may be done infrequently. Another handy feature is the note-taking ability of this system. It's like writing in the margins. The technician can put his name in and write a detailed note about this section. The difference is, he can call them up any time, and wherever he is in the manuals, he can see all the notes he has taken, and go directly to them, anywhere in any manual, just with a click. His supervisor can call up and save all of the notes from all of the technicians, and use these notes to build a history of problems and solutions for future troubleshooting systems. Another important capability was built into the system, one we call component mode. The technician can select a component that he's going to work on, and after selecting, the system remembers and opens each manual to the section for that component. Let me show you. Clicking on the keyword button brings up a list of all the components in the engine. If the tech doesn't know the part number, he can just key in a name and the system will find the part. When repairing a component like the turbine bearing, for example, he can read the procedure in the service documents, examine the drawing in detail, then switch to the parts catalog to order parts for the repair. It reduces the chance for errors and allows the customer to create an order that is immediately transmitted back. Simply by clicking on these parts, the system starts a pick list of items to be ordered. When you save the pick list, it needs to be given a name. You can type in one, or just pick one from the pre-made list here. Saves the technician having to type anything. Let's see a quicker way to pick items. Double-clicking on these items is a fast way to order if you're taking the default or recommended quantities. So now you can see how fast the order can be built. Now it can be printed for faxing, or be sent through the network. There are other features in this parts ordering system. You can use a previous order as a template for a new order, for example. In fact, the whole parts catalog is an SQL database and can be linked to parts databases back at the warehouse. Since we're in component mode, let's take a look at the locator. He just clicks this button to positively identify where on the engine the component he has chosen is located. This ensures he's working on the right part. There's another important advantage using electronic manuals. When revisions have to be made, shipping an entire paper manual to a customer can be very costly, and updating 3-ring binder sets can be a nightmare. It's a lot easier and faster to send a new CD-ROM or even send updates over the telephone. Most important, this technology you've seen demonstrated here can become the foundation for an electronic support system that gives technicians the information they need to do their job at the time they need it.